Hi guys, my name is Blake. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would bring you a list of some of the books and series that I want to continue on with and start in 2022. I'm really excited for the end of the year videos. I love watching them and I thought it would be fun to film some of them. I wanted to first start with the books that I will be continuing on with. This is by no means a complete list of series that I'm going to continue on with, but these are some longer series that I would like to get to, and I kind of want to read them slowly throughout the year. And this first one is cheating a bit. It is not actually a series, but a world. The Cosmere series by Brandon Sanderson. I'm currently reading Rhythm of War, and that will catch me up with the Stormlight Archive series, and I have read the first Mistborn book. But I would love to continue on with the Mistborn series, read Warbreaker and Elantris, and maybe get to the Mistborn Second Era books, possibly, depending upon how fast I read them. I know I read them out of order. I actually started with the Stormlight Archives, which is not recommended, but that's what I did. So I know that I'm missing some things while reading Rhythm of War, so I would love to get to Warbreaker. The next series that I would like to continue on with would be the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. And I have read the first 3 books in the series. I loved the first book. I have heard from the entire fandom that the books get better as they go. And I am really excited to see where Harry's character development goes. And in the last few books, the world continues to get bigger, and I am excited to see the bigger scope, if you will. The next series that I would like to continue on with is the Temeraire series by Naomi Novik. There are 9 books in this series, and I read the first one, His Majesty's Dragon, this year and really enjoyed it. This book has heavy elements of animal companionship, and I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed it so much. I also really love dragons. And I'm discovering that I actually like historical fantasy. I didn't think I would, especially considering that I hated history in school. And it seems that historical fantasy kind of works for me. This is taking place during the Napoleonic War, and I think that's a really interesting setup. The next series that I would like to continue on with is The Faithful and the Fallen Quartet by John Gwynne. And I know that there is a spin-off series after this. I have read the first book this year and enjoyed it. And the 5th series that I would like to continue on with would be The Witcher by Andrzej Sapkowski. I have very mixed feelings about the Witcher books overall. I loved the short story collection, and I thought Blood of Elves was just okay. But I know that the series overall is going to be following more closely to Ciri's story. I don't like child characters in books, and that may be part of the reason why I didn't care for her in the earlier books. But now I feel like I'm missing something. There's some disconnect whenever I read Ciri's story. I feel way more connected to the adult characters of this world. And I have also seen a lot of mixed things about Time of Contempt. I know a lot of people say it's their least favorite of the Witcher books. Let me know what you think about the Witcher books or about Ciri, because I'm really curious. Because hopefully I'm not the only one that doesn't feel connected to her character at this point. Getting into some series that I would like to start. I mostly have adult fantasy on this part of my list as well. I am new to the adult fantasy genre, so I got a little excited and picked up a ton of adult fantasy, and I may have gone a little overboard with the adult fantasy, but I'm excited to read these. The first being the Age of Darkness trilogy by Stephen Aryan. I don't really know too much about this. I know that there is a spin-off series after this, and I followed the author on YouTube, and he seems really nice, and I always love authors that talk to their fans a lot and put out updates on their books and content, and they just seem genuinely good to the book community, and I always love seeing that content, so I do want to pick up his books because I watch his channel. I would also like to pick up the 5 Warrior Angels trilogy by Brian Lee Durfee. This is another author that has a YouTube channel, and I follow that channel as well, and I enjoy his content, and I wanted to pick up this series to support him as well. And I think I'm going to genuinely enjoy this one. I have heard quite a bit about it. I've heard that this book has a lot of elements that I typically enjoy. It is quite dark. It has a ton of world building, and there are animal companions, and I enjoy that a lot. And the 3rd book is coming out this year, so I am kind of excited to jump on the train as the last book of the trilogy is coming out. And another book series by an author on YouTube would be the Sun Eater series by Christopher Rocchio. I am subscribed to this YouTube channel as well. I really like watching his content. He gives frequent book updates, and he does live chats. The author pitches it as kind of like a what if Anakin Skywalker was supposed to become Darth Vader. Like, it's that type of setup, where we are following a very morally gray character, and he is going to become a villain, I believe. So I am really excited about that. I love villains. I love morally gray characters. And I have not read very much science fiction, science fantasy lately. The Songs of the Shattered Sands series by Bradley P. Bollier. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Sorry if I'm not. I have the first book on ebook, The 12 Kings of Shirakai. I have seen a couple people read this and talk about it, and it sounds like something I would enjoy. It is very much a revenge type story, and I always love a good revenge plotline. I have a couple of the books up there, and I have ordered some more, and I am very hopeful that I will enjoy these. I love it whenever there are a ton of books in a series, and I can sit and binge them as much as I want. This next one is The Long Price Quartet by Daniel Abraham. I have seen so many booktubers talk about this book. Jeff Wheeler is another author that I have picked up because other booktubers have recommended him. I have a ton of his books. I think I have like 15 of them, and I've never read anything by him. So I picked up this Mirrorwood series. I thought that would be a good trilogy to start with since it's his first series. I think it falls into the YA range. I'm not exactly sure, but it's high time that I pick up something by this author. The next trilogy that I would like to start in 2022 is the Greenbone Saga by Fonda Lee. And I know that this book is a very character-driven work following morally gray members of a gang. I'm not always the most character-driven reader, so I was a little hesitant about picking this one up. But the fear of missing out is real, and I want to pick this up so I can be part of the conversation too. The next 3 series are YA books that I have been meaning to get to for a while. And the first one I have is the 7 Realms series by Cinda Williams Chima. I have had this series on my shelf probably since middle school. I know that Reagan from Peruse Project really enjoys these, and she's the reason why I picked them up a long time ago. And I've just never read them. I would also like to get to the Shades of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab. This is an incredibly well-loved series on BookTube and in the book community in general. I always see people posting about it and talking about it. And it's a lot of people's favorites on Bookstagram that I follow. So I would really like to get to these and see what I have been missing out on. The last series I want to talk about is Air Awakens by Elise Kova. And this is a 5-book series, and I have not heard very many people talk about it, but I own the entire series on my Kindle, and I have had them for quite a while, I think. So I think it is time to go through the Kindle and start reading some of those older ebooks. And this is one of the series that I would really like to get to. I know that it has elemental magic. Those are some of the books that I'm hoping to start in 2022. Let me know what you're hoping to start in 2022, or if you have read these. Did you enjoy them? Did you not enjoy them? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again with another video soon. Bye!